What's up, people? We gotta get this done.
What's good, y'all?
Quick, fast, in a hurry. But
Y'all
we're
might have
gonna
to
get it done.
Yeah, right.
Can you scoot towards me?
Get some bonus live footage tomorrow for this short.
Okay.
I guess about to do. I got time off.
Why am I what off?
I don't know. I thought it said 1:22 p.m.
No.
Down there somewhere.
Okay. Phone on silent. 5, 6. Oh, you said put it right there. 5 and a 6 and a 5, 6, 7, 8. What's up, everybody?
What's good, family?
Welcome back to another episode of listen, Amar's not having it. This podcast is called "Is This Gonna Cause an Argument?" And I am one of your hosts, that chick Angel, also known as Angel Akita Moore, also known as Angel Tanksley, and Honey Bunny, husband of mine. Tell him who you are.
I'm Marcus Tanksley, the other host of This Is Gonna Cause an Argument, brought to you by Man Shit.
Okay, tell him who was brought to you by.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna mail out any of y'all, just to keep people safe in case anybody come up with this.
We will mail out Man Shit if you want it, okay? If you buy it, it is going out.
Yeah, it's going out.
But just all I say is, yes. So we're assuming that we're healthy, but if you get it, just spray it with a bleach concoction.
Yeah, what is it? 60% alcohol concoction.
Whatever, just
we use bleach over here because we can get by about a gallon easily.
Kai said, "Mommy, it smells like a swimming pool."
Damn right it does. I wiped them down last night. They didn't even know it.
Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? Is a weekly podcast where me and my husband Marcus discuss all types of hot topics, such as relationships, what's going on in the world,
all of that juicy.
Politics, whatever. And sometimes it causes an argument, and so that's why we called it. Is it? Is it gonna cause an argument? Is it though? Maybe. Okay.
This topic right here, though.
Right here. So real quick, I'm going to tell you where you can find us in the podcast. This podcast is everywhere. It's on Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find me at That Chick Angel across all platforms. And tell them where they can find you, baby.
Y'all can find me at Instagram at Marcus Ain't on the Gram, and on Facebook at Marcus Ain't on the Book.
And you can watch this podcast online on YouTube at That Chick Angel TV. That's our YouTube channel where we do daily vlogs, we do the podcast, and we do other videos. And I have another podcast that I also do on here.
Again, that's brought to you by Manshit, MANSHYT.
You can tell them what it was. We never said what it was.
I'm about to tell them.
I'm just realizing we never did. We just said it was brought to them.
Yeah, we did.
Tell them.
You followed. You led
that
mistake.
You the one who got to go to bed.
100% hash. It's a 100% natural beard and body butter.
Oh my God, Kai.
Dude, it's a beard and body butter, y'all. Get it. Moisturizes. It healthens, it strengthens,
you can get it
thickens.
at www.manshit.com, or you can follow it on Instagram at getmanshit. All right?
All right. Come on.
Now, let's do a Tanksley Pride story. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
This baby is trying to hurt himself, and he has succeeded several times. So those of y'all who are not watching,
he's hurting himself.
I'm referring to my 7-month-old Amar Angel. And for the longest, he had been co-sleeping with us. And because of his co-sleeping ways, he would just like be comfortable in the bed with us. But here recently, in his crawling and him becoming independent, he now wakes up in the middle of the night and starts crawling. And I'm not sure if he's fully awake or...
I don't think he is.
So...
Because it's similar to the way he falls asleep, which is crawling and acting goofy and slamming his face into the mattress.
Yes. Well, he has crawled off the bed multiple times. So we are now transitioning him. And I know some people are like, you're not supposed to go sleep, it's not safe. I've co-slept with all of my children. That is what I most feel comfortable with. I feel safer with them in the bed with me. And to be honest, the statistics on co-sleeping aren't actually accurate because the deaths that have been caused by co-sleeping a lot of times deal with someone being under the influence. But that's not a hint of that. This child is just in everything. He is now thinking he can walk. He's only 7 months old.
That's what I was going to say. As soon as he started walking, like on a Thursday, by Saturday, he started crawling like on a Thursday. By Saturday, his goal was to crawl to the table so he could stand up.
Yes. He stands himself up and then he lets go of what is holding him up.
Because he forgets.
Yeah, he'll have his hands on something, like he'll pick up an object and then hold it with both hands and then slowly but surely tumble to the ground.
No, he don't tumble. He falls straight back. Like don't catch, body don't bend. It's just like straight back like a plank.
Yes. He's just so into it. I mean, there's a benefit. I don't have to carry him everywhere, but then there's the disadvantage because I can't just
he needs a leash.
Right, like I left him in the bedroom to crawl around, and I knew eventually he was going to come looking for me. I was gone into the kitchen, and he would have made it to the kitchen, but he got distracted by our plants, and so he stood himself.
Messing up my goddamn plants.
He used a pot to stand himself up, but he's hefty. Stop hitting me. He's hefty, so he was going to pull the plant over, pull out some leaves and everything. So I had to hurry up and grab him and distract him. So that's my little Tanksley Pride story, is that this youngest baby is just advancing so fast. And I'm not sure if it's because he's young and he has big brothers that he's just trying to emulate or what. Also, he sings with me. That's my favorite thing. Like, he gonna sing notes with me? I'm ready, boo-boo. Ain't I ready?
My thing is those two bottom teeth that done came in.
I know. They're so cute. He got the two little bottom teeth. He's very opinionated and very vocal about his opinion, which is a little rude.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
But
he can be a jerk.
Luckily he's my youngest, so I just be like, well, okay. Well, if that's how you want to put it, all right. I sound like an abused parent when they're just like, it's fine.
He's just hasn't had his nap. He'll be fine. Just give him what he wants.
That's what I feel like. Do you have a Tanksley Pride
mine was
story?
all mixed in with that, dealing with him.
Dealing with the baby.
Yeah.
How does it feel raising your last child?
Slow.
It does feel like it's going by slow?
Nah, I don't know. It feels like the other ones, I guess. I don't look at it as me raising my last child.
Like it is.
No, it is, but I don't look at it that way. It's just raising another baby.
Yeah. We'll have another addition to the Tanksley Pride, but not...
Angel thinks we're going to have another addition.
It's a puppy.
Yeah, it's not happening.
It's happening, guys. Can't wait for you all to meet the new puppy in summer of 2020, as long as Corona doesn't stop that.
Yeah. That shit, that's what's on my nerves. What? That's what's got me in my feelings.
We not doing that by feelings, so nobody asked you what was in.
I'm in my feelings.
There's not
another goddamn balloon. God dang.
Well, our twins recently had their birthday, and so
I've been popping balloons it feels like for the last 3 years I've been popping balloons. All that money
I paid for their party, yes, we should have all these balloons and they should last. All right, so I had a different topic written down, and it was like so...
it was too low in lieu of the goddamn coronavirus and everything. If y'all are watching on YouTube, y'all can see my corona beard. Y'all see I ain't shaved or shaped it up. I'm gonna let that go to about Saturday.
I told him to grow in all his hair. He refuses.
I told you I was gonna grow it in and twist it up. I was gonna get some locks.
Grow it in then.
Yeah, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna have that getting out of the swimming pool, throw my hair back.
You going? Y'all can see him just switching his hair back like a white lady. I told you to grow it in. So yeah, I had a topic that was like going to be more on a serious tone, and it was more likely going to take a little bit of a darker twist to it. And I was like, that's not what we need right now. That's not what the world needs. And so I said, let's change it up. I think we do great with story times. So we are going to tell you multiple stories about our experience in school, especially since majority of the people who are watching this that have younger kids are currently homeschooling their kids. So they are experiencing something that they never planned on.
We ain't going through it.
I was about to say, like I ain't going through it.
Yeah, you are too.
I'm in it. But it's not that bad. I need to do some more. Now that I know it's probably going to be longer, I'm going to start adding more to it. But I've been doing just enough to get by. Praise God. So, my first story, I'll tell my first story. I'm not sure about you guys. And so basically, this is just moments of us being in school. So, when I was in middle school, we had a semi-dress code. It wasn't like we were at a school that had uniforms, but like, I feel like almost all schools have like a certain type of dress code of what your child should and shouldn't be wearing to school. Well, I've been thick for a minute. Like, this thickness didn't all of a sudden come along when I became a grown woman. I had button thighs for a very long time. So I had this was at the time where there was a popular show on Nickelodeon called Clarissa Explains It All. And she used to wear these like long shirt dresses. So they were like really cute. They had no waistline, so they were kind of like A-line dresses, and they buttoned up and had collars. They were super duper cute. Well, you could opt to wear like little leggings with them or not. Well, I wore mine. And apparently, okay, Amar. He's so loud. Apparently, my shirt was too small for the teacher's liking. And I was made to go into the Lost and Found and put on
cover up that donk.
Yes. They were like, no, that little shirt dress is too short. And it was a pair of khaki shorts that I think were owned by a boy. I looked I was so embarrassed because there was no way of like playing it off. Like, everybody realized why I all of a sudden had on.
Yeah, but I'm letting you know, boys didn't care. They was like, yeah, she had to go in there and go in that Lost and Found, cover up all that booty.
But then it was covered up, and it was covered up in something horrible. It wasn't like I had on a cute outfit. It looked like I had on 2 different outfits.
That's a perfect bounce back. It's like, all right, I'm just going to wear something tomorrow that I ain't got to cover it up. And people going to be able to see.
Now, listen, I did not have...
Walk up in there in a tennis skirt.
I didn't have a lot of cute outfits, so when they trashed that outfit, so then I just made sure I wore cute little biker short leggings with it. But it just, this is the thing that I remember they brought up on Red Table Talk, and I'll let you have your turn, is that black girls get over-sexualized more than other girls, because I have seen growing up my white female counterparts, granted our bodies are shaped differently, but it doesn't change the age that we are. Just because there are people in the world that can't differentiate, that's still a 13-year-old girl, regardless of whether or not she has butt and thighs. You shouldn't make her feel as though her body is perverted because there are perverts out in the world. So that I still remember that. A random memory, but I remember just being like, I can't believe I gotta wear these ugly khaki shorts. But anyways, what's your memory, love?
Let me see. I thought we was doing teachers.
Do teacher.
Let me see.
No, just do her.
I'm going to say her name. Miss Dunnigan. Who was that? First grade?
Oh, come on. Take it back to first grade. What she do?
Second grade? She was mean. She was an asshole. I'm going to tell you what. This lady lied on me to my parents.
What'd she say?
LA Unified called me one more goddamn time.
What did she say?
What did she say? She said I was always talking and acting wild in back of the class. First grade, I was extremely shy and quiet.
Is this the one who said you be sucking your thumb in the back of the classroom?
Yeah, said he just sits back here and sucks his thumb. I said, what? She was a big old redheaded lady. I don't know if she's still living or not. She was old then, so probably not.
She ain't living through this corona.
But no, she definitely ain't living through the corona. Teachers have a huge, I still remember that like it was yesterday.
That how mean she was.
Yeah, she was mean. I've had quite a few mean. She was just mean to me. I've had other ones that was just mean, like for no reason.
Oh yeah, just being a mean teacher.
Yeah, Miss Leslie, she was mean to everybody. She used to yell.
I remember I heard a teacher's feelings in high school, and I did feel bad about it. She was already an awkward teacher, and I was a good student, and she had said something or did something that kind of pissed me off, and I clowned her in front of everybody.
What'd you say?
I don't remember, but I could tell I hurt her feelings the way I clowned her, and I felt terrible.
Now, in high school, if a teacher was mean,
It was high school.
Yeah, I probably deserved it. I ain't deserve it. Because I wasn't bad, but we used to just get into a lot. But we always respected the teachers. I remember me and my boy Larry, we had a history class together.
You talking about Larry Starks?
Yeah, me and my boy Larry Starks, we had history class together. We was always clowning around. And Mr. Marshall was our history teacher. And he was younger dude, so he was real cool. And I remember me and Larry, we had what was it called? Elective. We chose an elective. We had electives, and we chose to go to vocational school. So that's when you can choose an elective to go learn a trade or something. It's like wood shop, but it's more intense. Like people were taking HVAC classes, electrical classes. We were taking carpentry, learning how to, lay brick and build houses and stuff. It was fun for us. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we got back. That was like in the morning. Then we got back, and that's when we had the rest of our classes. This is like senior year. Mm-hmm. And we used to get back like hype. So we was coming down the hallway, bebop, just going, just making noise. We had planned on like getting to the class, just walking to class, sitting down, being quiet. Well, I guess Mr. Marshall had a bad day already. He heard us coming down the hallway. He stepped out of his room and just said, "Go to detention." We was looking like,
were y'all late?
No.
Oh, he was just like,
yeah. He was just like, these fools is coming. And I know he heard us. And he
was like, I ain't got time for y'all.
He was like, just go. We was like, what do you mean? It was like, we're not even in the class. He was like, I'm not in the mood today. Just go. I don't want to put up with it. You're already loud. I was like, Mr. Marshall, we're going to be cool. We're going to be quiet. He wasn't here. And he's like, just go. So we go to detention. And we walk in. They was like, what did y'all do? Because they already knew who we was. It was like, what did y'all do? It was like, we didn't do nothing. What you get kicked out of class for? It's like, we never made it to class. He just told us.
Terrible. Yeah. Terrible. He was like, nah, I didn't.
Me and Larry, we still text back and forth, reminisce on stuff. Like the ignorant stuff we used to get into.
Fools. I remember in high school, I never got in trouble. Okay, that's just know that about Angel. Angel was a goody two-shoes, never got in trouble. Like you. What's wrong with you? I never got in trouble. So, in my senior year, I was in honors choir, and we had a competition. The regular choir and honors choir. I wasn't in the regular choir because of my class schedule, and so I got to go to competition. And when the regular choir was singing, I was sitting in the audience with my other girlfriend who was only in honors choir. And we were like conducting with the conductor, like behind him, practicing. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a technique to get the 1, 2, 3, 4 up. You know what I'm saying?
Neck and head on straight.
Yeah. So then we hand me the little tablet. We get back to school and we are chastised by our choir director saying that he was told by students in the choir that we were acting up, mocking him, directing, and just being inappropriate. And I was like, lies you tell. Like, I was like, we were conducting, but we weren't mocking you. We weren't doing anything like inappropriate. Like, you got to be kidding me. And he wasn't having it, right? Well, one thing you got to know about Angel is you're not about to raise your voice at me. If you ain't my mama, okay? You not raising your voice at me and thinking I'm just going to be cool with it, okay? Because I am too good of a child for you to think that your correction to me needs to be done in an elevated voice. So when he starts to get crunk, I said, you're not going to talk to me like that. And I storm out of the classroom, right? I was like, game over. I ain't never did that. I've never done anything like that. So I think I go to the vice principal who was like, we were cool. I started Harambe choir under him. So, I'm class vice president, okay? Not the one to be messed with.
I got pulled.
So they were like, we'll call your mom here. I was like, call her. So my mama shows up and he was like, ma'am, the Angel was with another girl who is known to do some stuff, and my mother was like, first of all, we're not about to talk about nobody else's child. I'm here to talk about my child. What do you say my child did? Because out of the 13 years she's been in school, I've never had to come to school about her. So you're going to have to tell me why I'm here. And he was like, she was conducting and da-da-da-da. And I was like, well, and then I had to explain. And I walked out of class because he was talking to me basically out of his neck. They
both in there talking outside.
Listen, it all got cleared up. I do believe he apologized for the way he came at me. Because I was just like, it would have been cool for you to be like, tell me what they said. And then when I tell you that's not the case, because obviously you ain't got eyeballs on the back of your head. So you could not see me. So you're going off of hearsay. And you have no reason not to believe me, being that I've never given you a reason not to believe me. So it got cleared up. But I remember like it was so different to be like, there's other people whose parents showed up to school
all the time,
often enough, or whose parents got called. But for my mama to show up, but it was nice to know that, like, because my mama's one to usually agree, like, when I was little, she was going to agree with the adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't have no adult call your mama because she going to agree with it. So that was my first time seeing that. She was like, no, what you not about to do?
Yeah.
Tell me something about my daughter that I don't already know. That's what you not about to do. But yeah, Mr. Stegner. That was his name.
Oh, I got another one.
Tell me.
Bryan Station High School.
That's where
Jeffrey Gilmore. He was the principal, who is a jerk. And I hope this gets back to him, because I still believe he's a jerk to this day. I hope he's having a bad time in life. Let me tell you about this fool. Now, like I said, we used to cut up every now and then. Nothing big, nothing crazy. High school, I almost got into like 2 fights. Almost. It wasn't never no throwdown. Wasn't like disrespecting teachers or nothing. At the most part, just, clowning around. Marcus, chill out. All right, you got it. They may have to tell me that every day or every other day, whatever it may be. It's never like anything disrespectful or anything. So by the time I get to senior year, Jeffrey Punk Gilmore, I can't stand that man. We had it was a basketball tournament. So in the school how you would have tournaments, and it would be like 4 different schools that came to one school like within a couple hours of the game.
Yeah.
So it was our school. I don't know who we were playing against, but we were sitting beside them on the bleachers, because it was like the other team was playing next, so they was on the other side. So it was like the opposing schools basically was sitting beside each other on the bleachers. So middle of the game, we sat beside each other. So we start like mouthing back and forth to each other. Everybody's just playing. Nobody's serious. So we're at our school. So of course I got like a t-shirt, school t-shirt, and I'm like, go over there, sit in the middle of their crowd, and I'm talking, we just having fun or whatever. Get up and leave, go back to my side. So after the tournaments and everything over with, he catches me leaving the gym or whatever. Like, our game's over with, so I'm leaving. He steps outside. He's like, you get over here. I'm like, what? I look at him, I keep walking, like, whatever. He's like, I need you to see me in my office on Monday or whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I get to school, whatever. I tell mom and dad about it. They're like, oh, his fool again. Because he has like done multiple times, like called the house and...
Called the house?
No, he hadn't called, I think. Yeah, he had called my parents a couple times. And they were just like, all right, this dude has apparently got an issue. So anyway, Monday he was like, I don't know what, you could have started a riot. You were trying to incite a riot. One of those boys could have... He said one of those boys could have busted you in your mouth, trying to round me up, trying to get me to say something like, I wish somebody would. I was just like, look, it was all fun and games. You wasn't even over there. He's like, I know what I saw, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to call your parents, whatever. I was like, all right, whatever. So mama or daddy, I know it was either mama or Pete, my older brother, or daddy and Pete. They show up.
Pete showed up.
And my whole family was done with this dude at this point. Because they were just like, he mentioned something about like my truck that I drive, which it was my mama's truck. It was like, yeah, he drives up here and this, basically he was, I don't know if it was jealousy. I don't know what this dude's problem was.
What, do you think you were a drug dealer?
I don't probably. But here's the thing.
You were like, I was selling at the time.
No. But we were, this is the type of stuff he would do. We were in the cafeteria one day. Again, Larry, my boy Larry was with me. It was a bunch of us. And we over there, we all used to sit together in the cafeteria. So he comes over to our table. He was like, everyone, you all lend me your eyes. What did we do? We all go like this and
y'all are such jerks.
So he goes and he's like literally pushing us in the chest with his finger. You, and you
no,
come to my office. Yeah, like this dude was so ridiculous. That's why I hope he's having a bad time in life. I remember I was graduating. During graduation, that they tried the year before, the seniors before us, which was Shonda Brown White's class. They messed it up for us because they did a bunch of dancing and celebrating crossing the stage.
Oh.
So of course,
you know what type of school he went to?
We went to Bryan goddamn Station. So come our year, they laid the hammer down. They was like, if anybody does this, we're not gonna give you your papers. We're not gonna do this. We can still. Penalize you after graduation, all this. And I remember at the end of his little speech, he said something like, I'm not a bad guy, but I can make bad things happen.
What?
Jeffrey Gilmore said this. I hope school boys listening and y'all do something about it. That's what he said. You can contact anybody in that class and they'll tell you. Anyway, so they made all these threats or whatever. So I remember graduating, I crossed the stage. You know, you get your diploma or whatever, you turn your tap. Oh, no, you don't turn your tap, so yeah, you do it in the seat. Cross stage, well, coming down the ramp, he was standing at the end of the ramp, like shaking everybody's hand. And I remember looking at my dad, and my daddy was like, don't shake his hand, like mouthing to me. So I put my hand out, he goes put his hand out, and I just keep walking.
Oh, and you even did. You
oh,
even
yeah, I did it. The hell with that man. He was a jerk. Oh, he was just such a jerk in high school.
Oh my God.
He was like, yeah, you know, this is grounds for suspension and getting expelled. You know, you could have started a riot. Like, you talking about kids at a goddamn basketball game. Like, what are you talking? Yeah, he was ridiculous. Jeffrey Gilmore, again, jerk. Shouldn't be around children at all.
You are terrible.
Yeah, I'm just putting it out there. Here's what it is. What you got?
I had a fourth one, but it flew out of my head. I'm not sure if it was
I had
the time.
teachers that, I remember.
You just cut me off. Can
I'm
I
sorry.
say?
Oh, I thought you were bad.
I don't remember if it was the time that I wore the wrong shoes.
What is up with you and your wardrobe?
That's a lot of my. I wore two. Cause okay, so I went to a performing arts school in high school, so I had to wear dance clothes for my first. It's called 0 Hour. This child. It was called 0 Hour. So I would come to school in my dance clothes and pack my school clothes, and I had packed 2 shoes that looked similar, but they were not the same. And I think they were the same foot. So I ended up wearing jazz shoes for the rest.
More organized. You got your shoes laid out.
Oh my God, 0 Hour was a whole other issue too. My girlfriend Devin Berry.
What do we have?
Devin Michelle is what she goes by. She would pick me up in the morning for 0 Hour because she had 0 Hour as well. She was also a part of that same dance school. And however, she didn't have to be there as early as me because my 0 Hour that year was English. Oh, you hungry? Here.
Suck that lip in, boy.
Come on. Hold on, guys. Sorry. My 0 Hour was English, so I had to be on time or they would mark me tardy. Well, Devin had a car, and sometimes we would be hungry, and that's when McDonald's had that little breakfast burritos. Mm-hmm. And so I'd be like, okay, let's go.
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yes. So, unfortunately for me, that meant that I was marked late several times.
Y'all, one of our twins almost got killed just now.
Oh, you didn't see him behind you?
No. What?
We can ask him in a second. Hold on. I'll look at it in a second. I know it's his boo-boo. I don't know. I don't know. They're boys. Why are you asking me this in the middle of my story?
Good thing they in quarantine.
So listen.
They look abused.
So listen. They probably did something on his bed. I didn't do it. You know I ain't raising our kids like that.
Picked out the bed.
No, neither one of us picked out that bed.
No, we didn't.
That's the story you should have told for Text and Cry. Anyways, so I had agreed to go to McDonald's multiple times. There was times I was like, I want to go to McDonald's to eat. Yeah. So when my report card came in, I had like 37 tardies and maybe 12 absences from that class. It was a bunch because I was tardy all the time.
Angel.
Well, my mother missed it. She didn't see it.
Y'all went to jail for truancy.
No, my sister Daisy. She sang like a goddamn canary.
Daisy, you ain't nothing but old snitch.
She pointed it out.
The most crooked one of the family. You snitching.
Mama, because I was like, I showed Mama, I didn't have the report card. I showed her the report card, but she noticed, even though I had that many absences, I still had like a B in the class. Yeah. I still had like a 3.7 GPA. So it was like not a thing. And so I was like, whew, that's over with. And then later that day, she was like, what the heck is all these absences and tardies? Then I had to throw Devin under the bus.
Dang.
I said, Devin be want to go to McDonald's. And then I be late for class. She don't got those same absences because her class starts later than mine. So that's the reason. I was like, sometimes it'd be so late that I'd be like, let me not walk into class because that's just disrespectful.
So we just ain't gonna go.
So my mom was tired of Devin. Devin was tired of me. She's like, I can't believe you blamed it on me. I was like, if it was gonna be between me and you,
it's gonna be you.
It's gonna be you. She ain't gonna put hands on you. She will put hands on me. It don't matter if my mama don't like you right now. It does not affect your day-to-day life.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's my last story.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Let me see. I got teachers I love. Miss Wilson, that was Mary Todd. That was my homegirl.
That's in elementary school. I just want y'all to know.
That's elementary school. Because that teachers have a big effect on you.
The Don Offit, he was one of my black male teachers. He taught me Afro studies at Lafayette. That's what got me on my I was already kind of dabbling in being Afrocentric, but that just took me right there. I was like, yes.
Miss Pruitt. That's again elementary school.
All these elementary schools. I don't remember.
I do.
I remember Miss Magnum. Oh, here's a quick story. My mother will never forget this. She was supposed to come to my school for show and tell.
Oh, these are teachers I love, by the way.
Miss Magnum?
Not like Jeff Gilmore.
Miss Magnum,
Jeffrey.
Liked. Black teacher. Mom was supposed to, this is when we lived in North Carolina. She was supposed to come in for show and tell for me to do her makeup. I was in either kindergarten or first grade. My mother did not show up. And I cried. Miss Magnum was like, I'm going to let you do makeup on me. And all I did was her blush. She said, that's all you going to do? I said, because I was... And Mama said, I'll never forget. I regret that so bad that I didn't make it to that school. Because I just put my head down on my desk and just wept. Because I was just like, she said she was coming. And now I hate when people tell me they're coming somewhere and they don't show up. Because half the time I'm turned backwards to the door. Just looking like, you coming, and it's probably starting.
Is that what happened with Erica's wedding? Is that why you were so mad?
Yeah, I don't think you truly understand.
Stop, because we're going to start arguing.
No, but so it'd be like that. I'm truly like.
That wasn't nothing I did. That's your mama's fault.
Not mama's fault.
Yeah, she didn't show up.
No, I'm saying what my feelings towards people showing up when they.
Yeah, I think it was our first argument.
It was.
Yeah, we still argue over that. We argued last week. Just think about that. Before we was even married. Anyway, Miss Newbie. Now, Miss Newbie, that was third grade, I think. But the difference, hold on, I'm getting in high school. But Miss Newbie taught my older brother, my sister, and me. She had all of us.
No, so you felt like.
Yeah. Now, moving to high school, nobody touched my heart like Miss Ward.
Miss Ward touched your heart?
Yeah, Miss Ward, she touched everybody's heart. Miss Ward was that one teacher that could get all the thugs in place too. If you got out of line, Miss Ward, hey, you chill out. Yes, ma'am. Put that gun down. Take it back to your line. It's like we wouldn't have no gun. But now everybody loved Miss Ward, even if you had her or not, because she knew everybody's parents. I don't know if she still. No, I think she retired.
Miss Mullins was one of my high school teachers. It was so funny. She's now my best friend's peer, because my best friend is now a teacher and they teach in the same field. So now she's Rhonda Mullins because there's no Mrs.
No Miss, yeah.
But this, let me tell you, I didn't tell you what Miss Rhonda did. Miss Mullins. She used one of my Instagram videos in her class in her lesson plan.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God. And this one, it was called Home Economics. She was my home economics teacher. Country, white, but love her. I mean, not to say I wouldn't love that regardless, but loved her to death. She was great.
Mr. Sheldon, he was science teacher.
That was
Mr. and Mrs. Stevens.
I liked my Spanish teacher. I don't remember his name. He was a really nice guy. He's a Christian dude, and I was going to do a mission trip one time with his church, but it ended up getting canceled. I would have become fluent in Spanish had I went on that mission trip. They were like, all you need is one submersion in the culture where that's all you're hearing, and you'll have it. Didn't happen, though. Oh, well.
We both need that. Still.
Maybe I'll teach I'm going to get the kids. I'm going to teach myself and the kids, get us fluent in Spanish.
We're going to teach all of us. We're going to have a week of only Spanish.
Not
a week, a day. Every week.
One day every week. But I'm saying during quarantine.
Oh.
I'm going to get these kids speaking the Spanish. Kai's already halfway there. The Spanish.
You're going to be speaking the Spanish.
The Spanish.
We're going to teach y'all Mexican. No. That's what you sound like when you said the Spanish.
You guys, let us know wherever you're watching this, if you have any memory that stands out to you from when you were in school. You guys, we are praying for you. If you are having to homeschool, we know this is... If you've never homeschooled before and weren't homeschooling, it is a hard thing to do. There are people who are their gift is teaching. That's what Melissa Frederick, Kev on Stage's wife, said. You know, she felt like the gift God gave her was to teach. And some people just weren't given that gift. And
can we send our kids over? They ain't that far from us.
I'm gonna text her. Hey, so how are you feeling about that spirit of teaching you got right now? That gift. You want to just try it out on my kids? So it's definitely hard if that's not something that you are used to doing.
Yeah, it's a good thing Angel's here because. Yeah, it'd be a sad day, right?
No, you would do just fine. I mean, Marcus's teacher, hats off to her. Kirsten,
yeah,
she's killing it. She's killing it. So I'm not even, I can't even complain because she set us up right. So I'm like, all right, let's do this. All right, so I am looking for the comment of the day. So I apologize if this wasn't ready. We were literally trying our best to like throw this together so that you all would have one because Marcus likes to tell me at the last minute that he has to get up for work early.
I told you as soon as I got home.
Yes, but still, that's last minute.
I didn't know until I was at work.
Last minute, though.
Let me tell you something.
This is the comment of the day by Wax Plax. Says, Angel is well prepared. Thank you very much. We just did our shopping, and honestly, I am not as paranoid about it, but I am a germaphobe by nature, so I just carry on as I usually do. You should go to your sister's wedding. You'll be fine. Just pack a bunch of Lysol wipes and stay away from people if you can manage it. I get how hard it is with kids because they don't care about germs. Whatever you decide, we will pray for you. The blood of Jesus protects you from anything. Well, Wax Plax, my sister's wedding got canceled. Praise the Lord. And I did not travel. My mother is stuck in Kentucky for a little bit. I told her to stay there just because she's in the group of people that they say it affects the most, which are senior citizens, even though my mama don't consider herself that. But yet she also brags that she's turning 70 this year. And people with diabetes. Something that she also doesn't really consider herself. However, she has to take her blood sugar often because her glucose levels be going up. And fun fact, it's not actually fun. The reason why this virus has had a toll on people with diabetes is because it can live longer in blood that has a high glucose level. We found that out when I decided to look it up for my mom to find out, like, why shouldn't you be more diligent than me? I understand the blood of Jesus covers all, but we can't pretend like bad things don't happen to people who believe in Jesus that are prayed up. Bad things happen to everybody.
Yeah, it don't.
So you still need to
bad things don't care who you are. I'll tell you that right now.
So yes, I know we're all covered, but we also, and we're believing that the Lord will protect us, but we should do our part though as well, so that the Lord ain't having to do extra work because we didn't we didn't mess up.
Because you over at testing his faith.
Yeah.
No, I was looking on the last podcast. It was two people that suggested the topic before, and they was like, "Thank you for and I was just looking. I was trying to give those people a shout out.
Oh, okay, we'll try to do it next podcast. Just let me know ahead of time, and I'll look it up. All right, guys.
I would have looked it up on my phone.
Is it?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, okay. So just as a little announcement, if you all didn't know, we do a live every day during the self-quarantine that's currently happening during this COVID-19 pandemic. We do a live just to kind of brighten your day at the end of your day. So please join us. It'll either be on That Chick Angel on Instagram or Marcus Ain't on the gram.
Yes.
Marcus will sometimes do an extra live, so you might get two from us. But make sure you're checking out our content. We're going to try to keep it as funny and fun during this time.
Yeah, we got to make it need some entertainment, y'all. So
yeah, and we understand that. Yeah, Jinx.
Jinx, yo, act now.
So again, you can follow me at That Chick Angel on Instagram, and Marcus Ain't on the gram on Instagram, and then you can follow me at That Chick Angel on all other platforms. That Chick Angel TV on YouTube and on TikTok. And then Marcus
you on it then?
I still haven't posted my first one, but yeah, I have the account. And then Marcus Ain't on the Book on Facebook. Yeah. And you can follow this podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Spotify and SoundCloud. So yeah, check us out. We putting up content. Subscribe. Watch us. We love ya. All
Absolutely.
right.
Y'all
have a good night. Bye. Okay, we did it. Go to bed, Daddy.
Gone to bed, y'all.
I love you. Y'all, we haven't been sleeping in the same bed. We've been struggling.
Haven't.
We've been struggling as a couple.
We have been struggling because of that one over there.
But we still.
Yeah, we just still doing that. No, he because he wakes up in the middle of the night crawling, and our bed doesn't face a wall. We both have ways we can get out. Where the other room, is it on 2 walls?
Yeah, it's 2 walls.
Pushed into a corner. So if Angel sleeps on one side, if he wakes up crawling, he's just gonna bump his head and hopefully just go the other direction.
I kind of sleep in an L to kind of block him into.
It's like
the
a
walls.
bumper car, basically.
Yeah.
Because pillows don't work. He just crawls
right on top of him. Dear God. All right. Y'all be blessed, and we'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
That chick angel.